Hi, Dan Lau here, the owner and founder of LauPublishing.com. And I'd like to briefly tell you about some excellent, unique tools that I've developed which can help you with the difficult, big problem of painful restrictions by transcending the barriers. You know, in life, it's very true. We often face painful, seemingly unfair barriers that keep us from getting to where we want to go. Like when we're kids, our parents tell us no for no obvious good reason. Or when we're in school, we're stuck in boring classes on seemingly useless topics. Or when we get boyfriends, girlfriends, husbands and wives, along with their positives, they bring along with them their own painful restrictions and requirements. And when we're at our job, there's only a narrow set of things that we can work on. And when we're in a formal religion, if we stray from the official list of rights and wrongs, do's and don'ts, we get kicked out. Now, some of these painful restrictions are either there for our own good, whether we know it or not, or they're just necessary, whether we like it or not. But others are there just because of circumstance, such as you happen to get married to a guy who is allergic to cats. You happen to love cats, and you've lived with them all of your life, but now you can't. Or you're in school, and you have to, like I said, take a bunch of boring classes from that particular school because they're required to get the degree that you're after. You can't turn a switch in your head to make them interesting. They're not. They're just a painful, boring waste of time that you have to be stuck with. Or in order to get a paycheck at your work, you took work in an area that you really don't want. But then after a while, you're stuck. You're stuck in that field because to go do something else, you'd have to start over and you can't afford it. Or maybe you're a female, right? You're in a religion that doesn't allow females to take leadership roles. Or you're a guy in a religion who's doesn't have the particular qualifications to be one of its leaders, even though maybe you have great talent in that area. So it can be very frustrating and even painful to be limited from exercising your own abilities. Now here at Lau Publishing, I've developed some excellent tools for helping you not just to get around a barrier or to break through a barrier or to kind of painfully climb over a barrier, but to transcend those barriers so that they become almost meaningless, to transcend them. For instance, in my book, The Pecan Pie Diet, I help you to figure out how to change your own internal image of yourself from that which society imposes upon you to one of your own making, such that arbitrary requirements no longer apply to your body. Similarly, in my book, Effectively Managing Stress, I give you a whole list of powerful, alternative super personalities and how you can slip them onto you at your will whenever you want so that you can cleverly escape the stress of painful restrictions. And in another of my books on defeating stress, The Final 54 Defenses Against Stress, I show you how you can create the future that you most desire. In other words, not having to be limited by your present circumstances. So instead of keeping on rolling down the rut in the road in which you're stuck down in that rut, you can give yourself wings so you can fly up out of the rut, up into the sky, and then go where you want. And you don't have to rely on that rut. Now, yes, it doesn't happen instantly. It doesn't happen by magic. But if you want to take control of your own life, my book shows you how to create the future that you want in good ways to actually make it happen. Also, in my book, In Search of Quality, Principles and Mechanisms, I show you how to step-by-step manipulate other people in good ways such that they will voluntarily change the restrictions put upon you. Whether those people are parents, spouses, teachers, bosses, or religious leaders. Yes, it can be done. And finally, in my book, The Book of Lyle, I give you a number of examples from my own life in which I was also painfully restricted, and I found ways to evaluate them with profound insight that allowed me to rise above them and do much better and be much happier. And so from these examples, you can find that which will work in your own life to do similarly, if you wish. So, if you have some interest in what I'm telling you, then I invite you to take a look at some other short videos that I've made in which I take you on quick tours through the contents of each of the books that I've mentioned. And links to those short videos are right above the pictures of the book covers that are located on my home webpage at lylepublishing.com. So, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, I invite you to directly email me at danlyle@lylepublishing.com, either now or in the future. And I look forward to hearing from you if you wish, and I thank you for viewing my Transcending Painful Restrictions video.